Season 5 of Warzone has officially dropped, and with it, we've got some new gun changes like always. Obviously, we've got some new guns, but as you saw, some of the fan favorites and the previous metas for the SMGs have been nerfed, and some big changes have been made. So today, I'm going to go ahead and give you my top loadouts that I'm currently running in Warzone. First and foremost, obviously, I'm running the new guns, the static SMG and the STG AR. Honestly, I've been really enjoying the guns. I don't know if they're going to be the end-all be-all meta, but they're definitely fun to use, and they're definitely pretty good. Looking at the STG, I'm starting off with the Auger 840 light barrel. I'm trying to get that speed as much as I can, obviously, with running an AR, or if you're even running a sniper with it. I want the speed, but I still want to keep some decent effective damage range. Also, we have a new suppressor, the Quartermaster suppressor. Now, you do have to do 8 daily challenges to unlock, but honestly, it's really easy to unlock and you can get it pretty fast. It's essentially, at least what it's saying around the internet, is it's the Jack BFB, but in a suppressor form. Honestly, it feels pretty nice. I mean, you see across the board, some nice recoil control added, as well as it's really only hurting your ADS and your sprinter fire just a small amount, and I think it's a decent trade-off. As well as obviously, undetectable by radar. Everybody seems to love run suppressor, so that's currently what I'm running. Going on the hand stops, we're going to run a DR6 hand stop just to get a little bit more of that speed in. As you can see, our movement speeds up, crouch movement speeds up, ADS and sprint to fire. Sprint to fire is something that I really work on with a lot of my guns. Obviously, if you can get some of those first shots in, it's just going to give you a better chance at winning. Moving over, I'm going with the SL Tac Hive V.4 stock, just helping out that sprint to fire speed even more, and it's also helping out your hip fire a little bit. It does hurt the horizontal and vertical recoil just a little bit, but it's not a significant increase. As you can see, that small little 5%. Now, I have seen people run the no stock, but for me, the recoil difference, it's not worth the trade-off of that 3% to my sprint and tactical speed and 6% to movement speed. It's just not worth it, because I am still trying to somewhat use this gun at more than just point-blank range. Then obviously next, you can run an optic of your choice. For me, I'm running the MK3 reflector. It's all around just my favorite sight at this point in time. As far as for lower recoil builds, if somehow you are a fan of this optic, or the iron sights, which I don't see how anybody is, you have two options. You can run the SK24 grip to get a little bit more recoil control if you feel like you need it, or if you want even more speed out of it. I was running the Warcat 90 grip before I unlocked the suppressor. I would really recommend optic on this gun, but it's your choice at the end of the day. So up next, we're looking at running the STG. As far as this one goes, the gun honestly feels good. I'm liking it. Definitely fun to use. I don't know if it'll be the end-all be-all meta. I think it's going to be pretty hard for anything to replace the MCW for a lot of these sweats that you see in Rebirth Island as well as in multiplayer. But the gun still feels good, and I'm enjoying it. You got the Heinrich C70 long barrel. As you can see, it's going to significantly help with that range across the board as well as that bullet velocity. Running the Quartermaster suppressor. Like I said, I'm just enjoying the suppressor. It's also new, so it's nice to use. Adding that recoil control across the board, as well as keeping your pings off the radar. Running that 50-round drum mag. Now, when I run multiplayer, I'm not running the 50-round drum mag, but for the sake of running in Warzone, Rebirth, any of that, I am running that 50-round drum mag just to get those extra shots in. Moving over, I'm going to use the Citadel grip just to help with that recoil just a little bit more. And then an optic of your choosing. I'm running the Jack Glassless just to make it feel a little bit more smooth when I'm shooting, especially at the longer ranges. But I do enjoy this gun. Up close, the gun is an absolute beast. The 10-meter mark, pretty quick to kill. 25-meter mark, pretty quick to kill. As you can see, we go from 50 to 34, and we've already killed 2 full dummies with plates. Now, at the further out one, it is a little bit more. And as you see, the recoil does get a little bit more. The damage drop off of this gun's pretty much right about at the 45-meter mark. Right about here is where it stops being a 4-shot to kill and turns into a 5-shot, at least for as far as for multiplayer with no plate. But the gun definitely feels really good. Then, looking at the static is definitely going to be a close range option in this. As you can see, the recoil is pretty decent out there. I'm really just using it at that 10-meter mark right here. Anything closer than that, obviously. But the gun feels really good. The next loadout I've got set up is my Holger26. I'm an MP5 with conversion kit. I've already showed these in the last video, so I doubt you're here to see those. The MP5 with conversion kit might still be the highest TTK. I am not sure how it stacks up compared to the static. I know the Holger got a nerf, but it's a lower torso, or I think it's a lower body modifier from 1.1 to 1.0. The Holger really didn't get a nerf, and it's still running pretty good. There's still pretty much no recoil to this gun. As you can see. So if you want the build for that one, I'll go ahead and run through it real quick. I did change up to the quartermaster suppressor. Still running that Holger factory long barrel, obviously just helping with that recoil and the range. Running the jack glasses to help with the recoil. The Ascent Lord stock. And then the Morin 20 grip. Pretty much everything is just max recoil control on this gun. And as you just saw, the gun feels absolutely smooth with zero recoil in reality. For the MP5, we're running the Jack Decimator conversion kit, the XRK4 Edge hand stop, or optic of your choice, 50-round drum, and then I'm running the 9mm sub OP for that target flinch. There's not a whole lot of other options to use. If I was to remove the ammo, I think I would probably run the Pro Sapphire cylindrical laser, just to help with that sprint to fire speed a little bit more. The gun still feels really nice. At the 10-meter range, it's got enough ammo to knock 2. The recoil's not horrible, but it's about in line with the static. I think the static fires a little bit quicker, but I don't know. I think the MP5 might still be higher TTK at this point. Now, moving on, most of the rest of these loadouts either already have the static or the MP5. I'm pretty much running AR SMG with all of them. I'm just going to focus on the main gun. And now, so the TAC Eradicator, as well as the TAC Revolver, multiple LMGs actually got a buff. So I decided to try it out, and the TAC Eradicator is the one that feels the best to me. Looking at it, we're going to run the Conquer 70 long barrel, trying to get that maximum damage range out of it. The Quartermaster suppressor, obviously. An optic of your choosing. I'm still running the Jack glassless. The TAC Vert core stock. I'm just trying to get even more recoil control out of it, and this one felt like the better option for me. And then the FSS combat grip. So what you'll see is, honestly, with a lot of my ARs or LMGs, I'm not focusing on speed. I'm focusing on recoil control with these because I know I'm running an SMG with them, so I'm not worried about how fast the gun is. Obviously, the static, same exact build on this gun. That doesn't change. This gun feels pretty decent all the way out. As you can see, pretty good recoil control. It's still not as good as the Holger, but the damage output's pretty nice. Plus the 75-round drum mag off the rip. Definitely goes a long ways, as you see. If you hit your shots, it's enough to kill 6 without reloading. So, pretty nice in that scenario. Moving over, the MTZ also got another buff as well. So I figured, why not try it out in Warzone and see how it goes. Starting off, I'm running the MTZ Drifter Heavy Long Barrel. Gonna increase your range significantly, as you can see, with the effective damage range being 52 meters and minimum damage range being 78. As well as up with the recoil control. Still running the Quartermaster suppressor on all of them. 50-round drum mag for those extra shots. And then the MTZ Marauder stock. This is the one I ended up going with to not hurt my sprint to fire too much, but also help with that recoil control. Obviously, optic if you're choosing. How some of you run iron sights on your long range gun is just beyond me. I don't know how you do it, so props to you for that, but I can't do it. As you can see, MTZ definitely has faster fire rate, but at that longer ranges, it doesn't have as smooth of recoil control. But overall, gun still feels nice. Obviously, the #1 meta for everyone, because somehow, some way, once again, this gun got another buff as if it really needed it. The loadout hasn't changed from the last video that I made, though. It's still the 16.5 MCW Cyclone barrel. I guess you could say I did change to the Quartermaster suppressor. I'm still running a 40 round mag just for the sake of faster reloads, but I'll show you with the 60 round drum. The RB claw helping with that recoil control. And I still do not understand why the MPW constantly, every season gets a buff. Like, the gun's already the meta. The gun is already its own meta, but people, like, I don't know, it seems like they're forcing people to play with this gun. That's truly what it feels like, is they're forcing people to play with it. My last loadout is just running the STG and the MP5. I've showed you both those builds already. Nothing's changed there. But honestly, this is where I'm at. I know new guns will more than likely release as the season comes on. New conversion kits that I'm definitely excited to see how they go. But I don't know. What do you think? How do you feel about Season 5? What do you think the changes are going to come? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you drop a like and drop a follow on the page. It really helps us out. We post some more as season goes on. We'll see you next time.